No more crazy command lines needed. NBMiner has been officially released in Hiveos now. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how you can utilize T-Rex on your non-LHR cards and mix that with NBMiner for your LHR cards. Welcome to the RabidMining YouTube channel, everyone. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, thumbs up, and bell notification to be notified for future videos. Now, here is the changelog. We finally have NBMiner version 41, and it was actually really fast. It took them 1 day to release this. Usually it's 2 to 3 days to release an update, but this is a popular one, so they put a rush on it. Now, they did have the update earlier and then they took it down, and now it looks like it is back. So hopefully it's here to stay. They might have been having issues. People weren't able to download it. And depending when you are watching this video, you may get a bunch of errors. That's just due to network traffic. A lot of people are trying to download and upgrade their drivers and everything. So just hang in there and keep on trying. So let's have a quick look on what it does tell us here in the changelog itself. NBMiner version 41.0 introduced 100% LHR unlocker for Ethash. This is only Ethash. We did try in our live stream the other day. Ergo is not yet implemented, so Ethereum only. Tested and verified on drivers 510.60.02 are the specific drivers I was running. And if you run into issues, change driver to 510 series using NVIDIA driver update command. Set your mem clock 1 to 200 megahertz lower than previous LHR partial unlock. So I'm going to be showing you how to use individual miners for this, because some people are having issues. If you're able to run straight NBMiner and everything's running fine, great. You don't have to worry. If you are having issues and cards shutting off or something, you may have to utilize something like T-Rex, which I'm doing here, and only have NBMiner running your LHR GPUs, which you can see on this 3060 here. I'm at 47.3 mega hash. And this 3060 here is 47.54. I can break 50 mega hash, but it becomes less efficient at a hash to watt ratio of about 0.38. And here we're running about 0.42, which we did find in our live stream. Software is telling us 106, but we are indeed 112 watts at the wall on a gold rated power supply. So the first thing I recommend everyone to do is maybe take a screenshot or at least duplicate this tab so you can come back and see what GPU is where. For myself, all my non-LHR GPUs are 0 to 5 and then 6, skip 10 and 11. So GPU 10 and GPU 6 are my two non-LHR GPUs. You're going to want to know this to set up your flight sheet. Just like any normal flight sheet, we're going to go into our flight sheets here. I'm just going to show you mine. You can already see the devices, and this is where it comes into play on what you need to know what GPU is where. I'm just going to go to edit my flight sheet and kind of show you what's going on. Obviously, first, you pick Ethereum as your coin. Pick the wallet you are using. In my case, I'm using Crypto.com. If you do not have a Crypto.com account, be sure to click my link in the description. I love them personally myself. Very easy to use your crypto, especially up here in Canada. I'm using FLUX Pool. Now, we don't really have to do anything. Once you get all this figured out and clicked out, it's very simple to do. You just run through the options. But this is where everything gets into the little trickier stages. We're going to start with T-Rex for our non-LHR GPUs. Everything's set by default. And then we're going to come down here and you're going to add your extra config arguments. So you can simply just hover over the eye right here and it'll come down and it'll show you your devices. You can click on that. It'll autofill it already. You can see it's here. And this is where you got to remember. So just start here, minus it down, and then start putting in your GPUs. Remember, GPUs always start at 0. So we're going to need 0, 1. You need a comma after every. So comma, 2, comma, 3, and so on. It's just going to erase this so I don't mess up my whole flight sheet, but you can kind of see what I got going on here. So remember, GPU 6 and 10 were my LHR cards. So we got to implement those GPUs into NBMiner, and my non-LHR are all these. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 11. We don't have 6 or 10 in here. So T-Rex miner will not utilize those GPUs. Another thing I want to point out, if you want your reported hash rate to be named at the pool, you are going to have to change your worker name because they're both coming out of the same worker. If you don't change this, you're going to see mixture back and forth on your reported hash rate. This will break them up into each miner and display them at the pool individually and not as one miner bouncing back and forth between the two. For an example, I could be running, say, 700 mega hash on my non-LHR and then 90 mega hash on my LHR cards. And sometimes, like this is OCTOMINER, it'll say OCTOMINER 700 mega hash. Then you look at it again later, it'll say 90 mega hash. You'd be like, what's going on here? Am I down on GPUs? That is because it is bouncing back and forth between the names. So I highly recommend to do individual worker names based on the miner here. Now I'm going to slide into NBMiner. We're going to set up this miner config and you can see the same thing. Here we're only utilizing GPU 6 and GPU 10. Just like T-Rex, we can hover over the eye, simply click the command, and all you got to do is edit your GPU number. So I'm going to get rid of this so I don't mess it up. Obviously, I can just hit the cancel button. And the same thing up here, wallet, you got your percentage here, wallet, percentage, period. And then we got to put in Octo LHR. Originally, this is what it'll look like. It'll come in looking like this, and then you're just going to get rid of your worker name and come back and just simply put in, you know, some gobbledygook, whatever you want to name your worker. So I'm just getting rid of these, and this is how we have it. Just to confirm for you guys at the pool, you can see what I'm talking about here. Octo LHR 94.8 and Octo non-LHR 63.2. This is my main OCTOMINER rig, but because we split up the names, we can see each one hashing individually, or normally they would just be one bouncing back and forth between these two hash rates every time you check it. So this is why I do recommend adjusting the name. And then just normally you just run your flight sheet like you normally do by hitting the quick, simple, you know, this button right here. The rocket ship will engage your flight sheet and you will start mining. Now to SSH into your rig, because you are running two separate miners, normally you would just type in miner like so, but it will only bring up a single miner. So when you are running dual flight sheets like this, or a single flight sheet with multiple miners, you're going to want to use the command motd space watch. So as you can see, we'll go to watch. Now you can see up top here, we have T-Rex under 1, NBMiner under number 2. So now to swap back and forth, you just push 1 or 2 and it'll swap between the two miners so you can keep an eye on them. If you're CPU mining, you probably have a number 3 here. If you're running even more miners, you'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on, depending what you got going on. But you can run as many different miners as they have existence, a different miner on every GPU if you want mining a different coin, all within a single rig. So that does pretty much wrap this up. It's a fairly quick one, pretty straightforward. Update Hiveos, make your flight sheet, do the little tricks that I did mention in here, and you should be running 100%. Again, remember, some people have issues running mixed rigs and other people have no issues whatsoever. So if you are having issues, try setting it up this way. And if you don't, then you can probably just straight out run NBMiner. So thank you for watching this. If it helps you out, be sure to hit that super thanks button, new feature to the channel. So that's awesome. But thank you for watching this video, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out. Thank you for watching my video, and if you haven't seen one of these, be sure to check them out. And if you already seen them, maybe you missed some, might have to watch it one more time. And if you just let it play in the background, that's all right as well. I do try to live stream every weekend as well as every couple days during the week, so be sure to be subscribed so you don't miss that. As always, have a great day.